Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and we're going to compare the original PS3 controller, which is called the Sixaxis, to the DualShock 4 that comes with the PS4. Now the Sixaxis controller was named Sixaxis because it added motion capability, so you could tilt it and it would do different things. And then later on they added rumble and called it the DualShock 3. They had some lawsuit issues with people that owned the patents on the rumbling, and once they sorted that out, they got the DualShock 3 out and now the DualShock 4. But this one doesn't have any rumble in it. It's extremely light, and in my opinion, it's pretty uncomfortable. I really don't like these analog sticks. I'm more of a fan of the Xbox 360 controller until the PS4 controller came out, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But this controller has two analog sticks, as you can see, a PlayStation button, select start, our normal, different shapes, X, square, triangle, circle, and then our D-pad here. And then on the top we have 1, 2, 1, 2 for our triggers, and these move a little bit. And then we have an indicator light, 1, 2, 3, 4, for which light is on as far as which controller it is. And then we have a mini USB connection to charge it. On the bottom there isn't a whole lot other than some screw holes. And overall, I just really don't like this controller. It's really uncomfortable to me. I have really large hands, and you can see this is kind of how it sits in my hand. My hands wrap around it, and then because these analog sticks are rounded on top and have very little tension, they're just not really good to use, in my opinion. Now, some people really love this controller. I understand that, but for me, it's one of my least favorite controllers ever. Now, both of these buttons also click down, or these analog sticks click down. And the controller's okay, but it gets the job done, but it's really not comfortable to hold, at least for me, over long periods. Sony has really upped their game with the DualShock 4. This controller gains some length here on these stalks. It's very comfortable to hold. It's much larger, and they've indented the analog sticks. But let's go over this first. So on the front, we have our D-pad, just like before. D-pad, we have a touchpad, and then we have, again, X, square, triangle, circle, and then options and share. The options button basically takes the place of the start button. The share button lets you share to Facebook, Twitter, things like that. We also have a PlayStation button. We have a speaker here. On the bottom, we have an external port and a headphone jack, which is fantastic. I'll tell you about that more in a moment. These grips are great. And then on the back, we have L1, R1, L2, R2, and they've really improved these buttons. These triggers have more tension and they move a little bit more, and they're much more comfortable to hold. We also have a light indicator which indicates which controller it is. So if this is controller 1, this is blue. If it's controller 2, it's red, and so on. And that can be used with the PlayStation camera, but I haven't really used it for that. We have a micro USB port for charging, and then the back is held together with some Phillips head screws, but it's really comfortable to hold. You can see it's contoured, so unlike the DualShock that's kind of just flat in the back for the most part, right here anyway, the whole thing is contoured and much more comfortable to hold. It also feels a little more heavy, or a lot more heavy really, and made of much more high quality plastics. Now, these analog sticks have a lot of tension to them. Not a ton, but a lot more than this Sixaxis here. The tension in them is just right. We have dipped or kind of concaved sides that go to a little bit rounded middle, and it works out really well while you're playing first-person shooters like Battlefield. I haven't played Call of Duty with it, but it works great for Battlefield and the other games I've tried. And then also this touchpad, I forgot to mention, pushes down. It clicks, so you can use that as well. Now, the favorite thing of mine with this controller, these connect via Bluetooth, and they're not compatible with each other's systems. But what we have here is this headphone jack, and you can pump all of the audio to the PlayStation through the controller. So I can put in my iPhone headphones, Bose headphones, whatever you want, whatever you've got, and you can listen to the game through the headphone jack. You can also use it as a microphone. So if you have one of those iPod or iPhone headphones laying around that have a microphone in them, this will work as your game chat as well. It works really well. People are able to hear me no problem, and that's definitely my favorite feature of this controller. I've found it to be very comfortable. It's very big, and I'll put it on top here, or we'll put these together so I can show you the differences. So you can see how much more extension there is. You can see the shape. Fairly similar, but they, again, fixed the triggers. On the top, we went from mini USB to micro USB, which is always nice. Again, same thing on this side. Backs. And then the fronts. So let me know what you think of the 6-axis versus the DualShock 4. Have you used either, or which one is your favorite and why? Or do you prefer the Xbox controller? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.